And welcome, Survivor, to a slightly different base build video. So as some of you might know, there is a new version coming out, the 17.1, and it has some really nice features in it. They've rebalanced some of the stamina usage, the experience and resource gathering and stuff like that, and that's really nice. Now, there are some things that I find quite troubling, and that's specifically things that affect the zombie AI pathing. Now, as we know in Alpha 16, the zombies would walk up to the base to get to the player, and they would bash whatever was in their way, and they would break their way in, and then maybe they would stand right above you or below you and do nothing, right? So that was some of the downsides there. In Alpha 17.0, the zombies had this super awareness sense of knowing exactly which path to take that was the least resistance. They would follow a maze, go through all of it for, I don't know, 100 bucks, 200 bucks, whatever, in order to reach the player. And they would know exactly which blocks to target. They would know which one have the least health points, and which one, if any, got damaged. They would know that, oh, this one is slightly more damaged than this one, so I'm going to move over here. And all of them did the same thing. And that caused some problems, obviously, from base building perspective, because all of a sudden now we have these lab rat zombies that really know everything. They have this total awareness of the whole map, which was really weird because it's not really zombie-like. What they've done in 17.1 is something that I was fearing, and I was highlighting that the worst situation they can do is to take this super pathing and then take zombies that go back to being the Alpha 16, where they basically bash their way straight to the player. And that seems to be what they are actually doing. So I wanted to go back and see how this is going to affect some of the builds, and it's quite contentious. My concern, and this is something that I've highlighted in the past, is that if you have 80% of the zombies pathing through a maze, for instance, meaning they have that smart, really cool pathing thing that they've implemented, and you build a base along that, but then you have 10 or 20% who will bash their way straight. What's going to happen is that the zombies that bash their way straight is that they'll bash through a wall, and all of a sudden that is the new best way. So now you're going to have 100% of the zombies going through there. And maybe that means that some of the zombies are still going to path a little bit longer, but those 10 or 20% of the zombies are going to bash through the next wall, and that's going to be the preferred route for everyone. So all of a sudden, instead of having zombies either sort of en masse going individually, coming and attacking your walls, or having the zombies pathing along a corridor, an open corridor, now you have zombies that display some really weird behavior in that they'll go like, no, I'm just going to bash my way. I don't care that there's an open corridor. I'm going to bash my way through this steel block instead of just going around the corner to get to the player. And, that's a really weird thing, because with the horde bonus that are happening in Alpha 17, they tear through blocks really fast, especially when you take into account that the health points have been nerfed. So the blocks have less health points, especially when we get up to reinforced concrete and steel. So all of that factors means that zombies break bases even worse now. And that was a bit of a problem with yesterday's video when I was testing it out on 17.0. Worked perfectly. 17.1, some of them just get stuck and just start digging down. And I don't like that behavior, because it just breaks everything. I mean, let us have a stable way of making our bases. Don't keep breaking it every single version, because you can spend 3 weeks making a cool base that works. Another minor version comes out, Alpha 17.1, 2, 3, whatever, and suddenly everything is broken, and then you have to figure out how to counteract the changes. You do that, you build another base over 3 weeks, and the next version comes out and it's all broken again because they've countered the player. And that's what they're doing right now. They're countering the players. They're not making the zombies be zombies, but they're making the zombies effectively counter player builds, and zombies should be dumb, right? So I wanted to go back and test some of the, see, is anything spawning? No. To check some of the builds and see how will they perform with the new AI. So I am in, as you can see, 17.1, and let me switch things on. And is there anything here? No. Let me see if I can get the zombies to spawn in. Let me do a timing here. Set time 28, 21, 58. Let's see if we get the Blood Moon Horde. See if we can get that to spawn in. Assuming yep, here they come. So I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know, actually. It's going to be really interesting to see. Do this. I suspect some of them are going to come down just as before. And the game stage is just 490, so it's not too bad. Yeah, see. Okay. Those are going down at least. Alright. Target player, attack position. So this is the shredder base. I wanted to see how does this one work, or does it work? Okay, so far so good. They're making their way. The concern here is that you'll have zombies that start digging, and see this one, oh, that's a vulture, so that one is alright. Alright, come down here. Come down here is fine. I'm helping to kill them a little bit just to get new ones to see if... what was that? Because previously when I was doing the test yesterday, it was like 10% or something that had a weird pathing. And I wanted to see if they're going to start digging down. And in this case... repair that one. Come on. One repair. It seems okay. I'm not seeing any really weird behavior that would indicate that this one was broken. I mean, they're falling down as expected. I mean, they're all pathing to the same side as they were previously, which is maybe not that unexpected. Alright. So maybe at least the shredder type of base is fine. And I think something was dropped. Yep, loot. Nice. I know they buffed up the amount of things that you find. You're finding more cash and stuff like that. Come on, I want that one. Can I get that one? No. Oh, I can't. Oh well. Let me cheat here. No. Can't be my stuff. Loot. Yeah, see, they buffed up a little bit of how much money stuff you get. Okay. So, it doesn't look like anything has broken here for the shredder trap. And that's really nice to know. And maybe it's because I am fairly close though. Let me see if I move back a little bit. Does that make a difference? Vulture, no. Okay, so in this case, they are still doing the exact same thing. They are falling down as expected and then going down again. And no issue. And here... no, that's still the vulture, so that one is fine. Okay. Oh, you see the blood just splattering. Okay, so this build seems to work fairly well, actually, and I don't think. Let me go up here just to verify that nothing has been broken here. They haven't been breaking the. No, they haven't been breaking anything except falling down. Okay, so this build seems to work just fine. It doesn't have any major issues. Maybe if you move further away from this area, immediate area, they might say, hey, no, I want to go down here because you're too far away. So this one works well. Nice. Okay, good, good, good. Give me a bit. I will reset and go to a next base. Okay, we're now in the safe trapped corridor that I built as well during the previous week. And so that one is where once the zombies actually had this weird... they got stuck effectively. Okay, and decided to dig down. Normally it doesn't happen, I think. And let's see what they do here. The main thing is we want to make sure they don't stop here and start breaking. Okay, these are not. They're coming down. Okay, we see the whole group coming down. Alright, they go pretty much like last time. And this was what was expected last time. So they go in through this corridor, and I think if I shift over here, they should, the next batch should be coming here as well. Oh, okay. Oh, these radiated ones have so much health points. Okay. Okay, none of them seem to be getting stuck. They're all coming down as expected. Oh, he didn't die. Okay, there he did. Any? The main thing is to make sure that they run down here as before. If they don't, that's when you start having problems. And the shredder trap worked great. Let's see if the safe trapped entryway also works good. I'm going to reload here. Okay, I'm going to back and switch into the admin pistol just to make it faster to get rid of them. That one is... Now he's coming as well. The reason I want to have them faster regenerate or respawn is that it seems to be random, and that's what I mentioned. That some of them might get a different AI pathing, costing, whatever variable. So these one obviously are doing the same thing as they used to do, and that's really good. It was interesting that... So one thing I ran into previously was that having one cordon like this might cause some issues because you might want to go further down, which is what I did with the sort of the apartment style complex down. But then you were having some weird digging as well. But maybe these straight ones have less issue because they just have to go down here and that's it. Then they can get to the player. Once they're here, obviously they're going to go straight. It's more of an issue if they are too high up, maybe too far from the player. And there's too much pathing for them to do to get to you. Maybe that's where the limit is. Alright, so I think that this is going to be seen as... Yeah, I think this one is fine. I think that, yeah, this one is working fine as well. I mean, it's only 8, but, you should have seen any get stuck, and it doesn't look like it at all. Let's have one more wave come in, and then let's call this working. I'm more concerned about ramp bases and pillar bases, but we'll get to that as well. So they're all coming down. And vultures, yeah, vultures. I almost wish that they would remove the vultures from the Bloodwind hordes, or maybe something like if they haven't attacked or something in 2 minutes, whatever, just have them fly off and despawn. Because now it's just wasting. It's wasting valuable spawn cap. Now, out of 8, 2 of them now are vultures. That means that only 6 other ones can come in. And yeah, you want to have all 8 coming in to actually get to the player. These ones obviously can't get to the player. They should just have them time out and despawn. They should do that with all zombies if they get stuck. Just have them despawn. Just like in Alpha 16, they would run in circles. And just despawn them. Okay. So this one looks to be really good. And I'm going to do another verification up here to make sure that nothing else seems to be bashed. You see there's no damage here, which means that they all come from fairly far away, all run here, and they decide to go down. And that's really good. Okay, let's do another one. I'll be back. Okay, we're now at the melee ramp base. And let me see if I can get a melee weapon here as well. Okay, so this is the melee ramp base. And maybe let me bump up the gamma just a little bit here because that's outside. Okay, so it's not too dark. So, going to be interesting to see what is going to happen here. Oh, I need to enable the AI so they'll come pathing. Now let's see how they end up walking or running. Okay, they run up. And they run to there. Okay, he jumped. Okay. Okay, they're still running up and down here. Whoa. Well, that one flew straight in. That was interesting. Oh, and it's still... Oh, okay. Whoa. He was actually alive. He didn't die from a sledgehammer. Okay. Okay, that one is... Okay. Dead, at least. Okay, these ones are all fine. Okay, come on. They are jumping down. I mean, they're coming up and they're jumping down sort of as expected. Oh, timing is apparently not my strong suit here. I don't see anything that is fundamentally different than previously. I mean, they're jumping. I did hear some mention that they're not jumping anymore, not getting across. But this is fine. I mean, this is just a 2... Oh, come on. And the interesting thing is that they're no longer... Well, they're doing a little bit of damage, but they're not attacking as much as they used to. So maybe that one is good. Okay, come on, can I... Yes. Time this one. Good, and he died. Right, next one. Come on. We need to keep testing this. Right. Oh, yeah, he died. And, yeah, he bashed me. Okay, so this one looks fairly alright, actually. I don't see any... Let me see if I move further back. Oh yeah, now I move back. And they decide they don't want to get to me. Okay, but I think that was similar to what was happening previously. Oh, let's not do that. Unreach. Okay. If you're standing too far back, then they will definitely decide that they don't want to path to you because, well, they can't get to you. I think in the case of here is that they know they can't quite get to you, but they think they can hit you, which they can actually. So you have to be a little bit careful about the timing. But yeah, you can hit them a lot better. So this works pretty well, actually. And he gets mashed there. Okay, let's do a bit of an inspection here. They've done some drop damage, I think, to these ones. That's just very, very little. That's not too much. And I think these one is their tantrum bashing. Oh, that was loud. I think it's the tantrum bashing where they... Oh. One decided to get out here. I wonder if that's when I was too far back. And it's like, no, I'm not going to go around. This is the spot I want to get through. But beyond that, oh, there is some damage here as well. Interesting. I wonder why. I mean, of course, it doesn't really matter. If this one gets taken out, there's still plenty of ways for them to get up. But so I think that overall it works as long as you're close enough. If you go further back, they will decide they can't path you. But I think that's very similar to previously. So I think this one works. I'm going to reset and I'm going to do my melee circle base because I think that one is more of a problem. That didn't work very well either in Alpha 17, but we'll see how that one ends up in 17.1. And we're in the melee circle base. This awesome build. Actually, I saw someone else who actually took this thingy and made a much better base. And I saw someone else who actually had done something very similar before I made one, or separately. That worked better because he had oh yeah. Now this one doesn't work at all. Oh, this one is hugely different. Previously, they would never break through there. So, no, this is it. I wonder why, actually. Okay, let's do set time to 50. Let's do kill all. Nope. Kill all. Wow, that was... Okay, let's stop here. Okay, that was unexpected. That totally broke. I mean, they're like, no, we don't care at all. We're going through here. Let's see if I can get a... Do I have any poles? No poles. Steel poles? Pole? Naming convention? Steel pole center. Oh, these ones... Okay. Keep my... Okay. Okay, so these are the centered ones. Come on. Copy rotation. Okay, let's do... That was really fast. You see how fast they chew through steel? I mean, they all come here and it's like 5 seconds later, bam, it's all gone, right? And that's a problem. Or maybe this was concrete though. Okay, let me get it. The bottom one's pole. Not centered one. Okay, let's put this one down here. Okay. So this is what it was previously, where it worked just fine. Okay, maybe that was a bad upgrade. Anyway, okay, let's get this one too. Okay, let's try this again, actually. But that was really different. I mean, last time it was, they definitely did not do that. Okay, 58. Let's do that. Let's see if they have time to get to me here. Oh, not this one. It's not this one here. Okay. All right, let's see where they end up going here. If they go straight for... Yeah, this is a huge difference. This one doesn't work at all. Previously, they would definitely pass through here. And here they're like, nope, we don't care. We're not going to go around. This is much better. And this probably has to do with this is being reinforced concrete and not steel. So they decide that 2 reinforced concrete blocks here is much better to get through than, yeah, oh, they just tear through here, than going this length around. And that's, again, that's the problem. How would they know that this is reinforced concrete? I mean, how would they know? I mean, they've never bashed it, they've never seen their zombies, right? And still they know that, oh, this material is weaker. And if it was steel, maybe they go like, hey, I'm going to go an extra 10 blocks as part of my pathing. Yeah, this is, which means your builds are going to be, whoa, really dependent on the material. It might not work, or it might work depending on the material. Yeah, that's is not very good for consistency. Okay, so this one is totally busted. I mean, they decide at least, and these are concrete. They decide that no. I'm just, instead of going through here, which they did last time, they feel that going through the concrete here is much faster than going around, which is true. But that's the problem. They're doing both, right? They're like, no, I know that this is better. They don't attack this one because it's the closest path. They attack this one because they feel that the concrete is easier to get through than running around. And that's the problem. In Alpha 16, they would attack actually here, or they would fall down and bash here, because it's the closest way to the player. This is totally different. The behavior looks similar in some cases, like here, but they're not bashing this because it's the direct path of the player. They're bashing it because it's the easiest way to the player through the blocks that they actually shouldn't have the awareness of the block hit points. Okay, so that one is totally busted. So we've now gone through 3 different types of bases. We had the shredder base, which worked perfectly, didn't seem to have any issues. We had the melee cage ramp base, which also worked pretty well. I didn't really see anything that was different. Maybe slightly different pathing when they tried to get out of the corridor. And finally, we had this melee circle base, which doesn't work at all. It is totally busted. I think the maze functionality is busted. So it is very contentious, and of course we're all going to have different opinions, and I think that's fine. I think it's good that we're providing feedback for them to look at it. For me, my main point is we need to have consistency. We can't have a changed AI every single version. That will just cause too much problems. It doesn't really matter what AI they want to settle on, but keep it stable. Just don't break bases every single minor version that comes out. So I'm going to continue testing my bases in the next video, and do provide your comments in the discussion field below. And hopefully you subscribed and liked and all of that. I will see you again.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.